folks, here's just a quick video of how I finish my hybrid resin spheres. I've already sanded this down with a heavy coarse grit, and I'm now going to go with 100 grit on my inertia sander, and then we'll go from there. So that was 100 grit. Give her a quick lick with a 180 grit. And 240 grit. And that's it for the dry sanding. I start my wet sanding at 360 grit. You see I've got this nifty little tray, put all my sandpaper lined up in grit so I don't have to go fiddle farting around trying to find the right grit. Before I do any wet sanding, I always like to seal the wood portion with sanding sealer. I just find it helps. You don't get as much swelling in the wood with the water. That's my opinion anyway. Most of you will probably tell me and wasting my time, but anyway, I do it. I like to stick a little tray underneath to catch the water. Alright, now we're going with 360 grit here. I run my lathe about, I don't know, 600 RPM when I'm wet sanding. You don't want to be too fast. I also like to wipe off the build-up in between each grit. All right, we're going 400 now. $600. $800. Onto some 1200. 1500. This is JR Art Cast Slow, by the way. You know that resin, yeah. Uh, 2000 grit. And then 2500 grit. I don't believe you need to go any further than 2500. I think you're wasting your time, to be honest. That's the wet sanding done. Just dry it off a bit. And I have all my rags and polishing stuff in a basket, nice and handy, ready to go. I normally wouldn't dry the burl that way, but because we're doing a video, I'm just trying to move quick. Normally I'd let it dry naturally. I then run with some E Ultra Shine on the burl only. Doesn't matter if you get it on the resin, it's not going to hurt it, but yeah. Bit more speed. Find roughly 1200's good. You don't want to go too fast with this, it just won't achieve anything. That's me burl done. I then run with this micro gloss liquid abrasive. It's a plastic polish. I don't know what the grit rating in it is. Just a little bit on a bit of rag and straight onto the resin. You can drag this over the top of your burl, it's not going to really hurt it. You just keep going until you're, all your liquid's pretty much gone. And that's the first polish on the resin portion. I then chuck some Shallow Wax Glow onto the burl. And that's that. I'll stop the video. I'll go and tidy up this end, part it off, and then I'll show you the how I buff it up. All right, folks, here we are back over at my buffer. I've sanded off the little foot and got that all nice and ready to be rebuffed. I'll show you how I do that. So I just come back through with some more E back on the burl. And then give her a bit of a buff. There you go, that's how she comes up after the E. It's pretty good. And I'll go back over it with some glow. Just like this. And then what I'll do is I'll actually use the side of my buffer to buff up the glow. There you are, all nice and shiny and special. Now, we need to make that all nice and shiny and beautiful. This is what I use. This is my secret sauce. 48 grit compound pasty stuff. I just slap her on thusly. Don't need a lot. And I'll start the buffer nice and slow like this, and just get it buttered on the resin. Sorry. And away we go. Trying not to go over the burl because this will pull the finish off. And there we are. Turn this off, stop you shaking away. There we go. Sorry guys. There, you can see the transformation there. So what I will do from here is I do have some paste from my fingers on the burl, so I'll just come back to the side of my buffer and take it off, buff it up. And that's that. That is how I sand, polish and buff all my resin pieces. Every single one is done exactly the same. This is a new effect. This wispy ink. What I've done is I've actually injected in some ink to get that effect. I really like it. I've also painted the burl white, and it's hard to see, but there is glitter mixed through that white as well. Purple glitter. Yeah, it's a pretty cool effect, I like it.